The rain poured harder than usual that night, beating against the windshield as Jack, a single dad and mechanic, drove home from his late shift. His little pickup truck rattled along the empty highway, headlights slicing through the storm. That's when he saw it. A broken-down van on the shoulder, hazards blinking weakly. He almost drove past, exhausted, longing for home, but something in his gut wouldn't let him. He pulled over. Inside the van sat a young woman in a military jacket, her face pale with exhaustion. In the back, 3 kids huddled under thin blankets, shivering. Jack tapped on the window. "You okay, ma'am?" The woman looked at him, eyes full of pain and pride. "I'm fine, we're fine," she insisted. But Jack saw through it. Her hands trembled, her lips quivered, and the gas tank was bone dry. That woman's name was Emily. A decorated soldier. A mother. And yet, abandoned. Her family had turned their backs after she came home from deployment, struggling to adjust, raising 3 kids on her own. Tonight, she had nowhere left to go. Jack, a widower raising his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, could have walked away. But he remembered the nights he, too, had felt helpless, broken, with only Lily's small hand holding his together. So he said 5 words that would change their lives forever. "Come on. Follow me home." Emily resisted at first. Pride. Fear. Distrust. But Jack's calm eyes and Lily's warm smile melted her defenses. That night, Jack gave up his own bed for her and the kids, cooking them soup with what little he had left in his fridge. Days turned into weeks. Jack fixed Emily's van for free. He helped her kids with schoolwork, taught them how to fix bikes, even packed lunches when Emily went to job interviews. And Emily? She wasn't just grateful, she was strong. She helped around the house, taught Lily how to braid her hair, and sat with Jack at night when the loneliness weighed heavy. For the first time in years, both of them felt family. But just as life seemed to settle, an unexpected knock rattled Jack's door. A group of men in suits stood outside. Lawyers. They weren't looking for Jack. They were looking for Emily. Jack's heart pounded as Emily listened to the men explain. Her late grandfather, whom she thought despised her, had left behind a fortune. Not thousands. Not millions. $100 million. The old man had hidden his will, bitter at Emily's choices, but now the truth surfaced. Emily, the soldier abandoned by her own family, was suddenly heir to a fortune that could change everything. Jack stared, speechless. For months he had shared his small home, his food, his last dollars on gas and groceries, never asking for anything in return, and now the woman he had helped stood to become one of the wealthiest people in the state. Emily turned to him, tears in her eyes. "You saved me when no one else would. Not because of money. Not because of what I had to give. You saved me because you cared." Jack tried to speak, but his voice caught. In the days that followed, Emily could have walked away, into her new life of wealth and privilege. But she didn't. Instead, she used part of her inheritance to start a foundation for struggling veterans and single parents. The very people who, like her and Jack, knew the pain of being forgotten. And as for Jack? Emily didn't repay him with riches. She repaid him with family. The 3 kids called him Dad before long. Lily gained a mother she thought she'd never have again. And Jack, after years of loss and hardship, finally found love not in wealth, but in the bond that money could never buy. The storm that had brought them together turned into sunshine. Because sometimes, kindness begins with a small act, a pulled-over truck, a bowl of soup, a bed given up for the night. And that act can ripple into something bigger than either person could have imagined. Jack didn't save Emily for $100 million. He saved her because he knew what it felt like to be lost. And in the end, they saved each other. True wealth isn't measured in money, it's measured in compassion, kindness, and the family we choose.